Hey everybody, today I want to talk about the Motif Duo portable pump and how to set it up, how to use it, and my review of this pump. So this is Motif. The primary pump by this brand is the Motif Luna. Their portable is called the Duo. So let's do setup first. So this pump has a wide neck bottle. It has a duckbill membrane, like most of the pumps on the market now have that duckbill. I do appreciate that it has a flange that comes off. So it comes with 21, 24, 27. The 21 is short. It's a tiny little, short little stubby flange. The 24 is bigger, and then the 27 is extremely long. It's like they're expecting that if you have a large nipple that it's also extremely long. Again, most of the time I'm like, throw out the 27. Very rarely does somebody need that size. The 24 has a longer stem and you can use flange inserts with this. But what I appreciate with a flange that is multiple pieces is that you could put a Lactec flange on there. You could put a smaller Maymom or other hard plastic flange. You could do the Idaho Jones. You could do a Pump and Pal. So I do appreciate that it is not the all one piece flange size like some other pumps have, that it's actually interchangeable with other flange sizes. Okay, so the flange goes on there. You then have a stem piece. And this is what actually generates your suction. This diaphragm in combination with the duckbill create the suction for your pump. So this little spoken wheel, which is similar to the Spectra, goes on their flush like a little wheel. And then it goes into this dome piece here. And then it goes on to the pump. Now it is different than the Spectra. That dome is quite different, okay? The dome of the Spectra can kind of ish fit. It's just a little loosey-goosey, so they're not interchangeable, necessarily compatible. They can work in a pinch, but do know what you're getting, okay? So that then goes on here, and then the tubing will connect to the pump. This pump is portable, so you plug it in to charge it, and it is about the size of a cell phone, although it's pretty thick, right? That's 3 or 4 cell phones thick. This pump is fairly quiet, so when you turn it on, it's not the loudest pump out there, but it's also not the quietest. Now, here's my concern with this portable pump. I will be blunt, and you might stop as soon as I say this. Not my favorite portable pump on the market. I give it like a C grade if we're on a grading scale, because this pump has one motor in it that shares between 2 tubes, okay? So there's one pump for both flanges. So when you're pumping on one side only, you get the benefit of full suction. When you're pumping both sides at the same time, you're splitting the motor between both sides. So it will be a much gentler, lighter suction. Now here's my deal with this pump. The stimulation mode has 10 levels of suction. Okay, so this is the stimulation mode. It's a really quick cycle. And the stronger you go, you are maintaining the same speed and going stronger. Okay, so now I have it on max stimulation. This is a level 10. This is the highest suction it goes in stimulation. But when I'm putting it to actually test, because I can now test, on one side only, we're hitting around 140 millimeters of mercury. This is about how a baby sucks, but this would be only one side. So this pump, when you're dividing it between 2 breasts, your suction strength significantly drops. So if you need stronger suction in the stimulation mode, you're not going to get it on this pump. It caps out to how strong it can actually suck in stimulation. But I appreciate that it is the harder you suck, it stays a consistent suck length, because this is the stimulation mode when you're in the little hand. When you hit this drop button to switch modes and you're actually in an expression, what happens with this pump is the lighter the suction, the shorter it goes. And can you hear how low that is, how short? But the stronger you go, the longer the pull. That's a long pull. Babies don't feed like this. So if you actually need really good strong suction, and I'll show you, this is the maxed out, this is at 10. That's a really long pull on this pump, and this is just on one side. Most people need about, let's see if I can find it. They need about this section, which is in the mid-range. It's at a 5, okay? But that's on only one side. So the reason I don't like this pump is because as soon as you add, we're gonna add our second side. Now, I know I'm being really technical and sciencey, but I'm a nerd and I really like the science. Okay, so we're gonna add our second side. We're gonna add a breast to our breast pump. So I'm gonna pump so that we're now dividing that motor between two sides. Okay. I'm gonna put my boobie down in my lap. This is at a 5. It's not really getting much suction because we're now dividing that motor between two pumps. So when I start turning that up, look at how long that pull is. Most people need to have it stronger like this to actually be moving milk, but this is quite uncomfortable to have that long of a pull. So basically the science is, I don't like these pumps that the stronger you go, the longer they pull, because that's not how babies suck. Okay, so this pump, in my opinion, is not my favorite portable pump on the market. Yes, it's quiet. It's fairly small and portable. I do like the stimulation mode on it because, again, it's a consistent cycle speed with some decent vacuum. But to actually pump on it, unless you fit in that perfect level 4, 5, 6, where it's the magic speed and suction, it's not going to be a really efficient pump for many. So if you have this pump and you like it, I am thrilled for you that you have found something that works for your body. I would say, though, that many people wouldn't be able to feel comfortable on this with the settings that it has. It does have a programmable memory that you can change so that you can go back and forth between the stimulation and expression modes, and it will remember that for you, so you don't have to sit there pushing buttons. But if I were to update and adapt this, I would have where the speed and the suction don't increase the length of suction when you're increasing the vacuum, the speed of the cycle, so you don't have this. No baby sucks like that. I've never seen a baby suck like that. So pump companies need to do better and mimic how babies suck with their pumps. Now you know.